Broadcasting live to the world, the Kart Racing Network.
You make me smile like the sun, fall out of bed, sing like a bird, dizzy in my head, spin like a record, crazy on a Sunday night.
Cool off with Cold Stone Creamery's summertime creations like banana caramel crunch cake, batter, surrender to strawberry, butterfinger caramel crunch, and Oreo double chocolate. Try all 5. Cold Stone Creamery, the ultimate ice cream experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see will amaze you. I'm about to have my lovely assistant disappear. And where she goes, no one knows. And magic.
The sound of hunger tells you when it's taco time. Try a spicy new twist on the Chicken Ranchero Burrito. Now available with spicy buffalo sauce.
Voila!
Make your hunger disappear at taco time. Anytime is taco time.
FTK, Full Throttle Karting. We are the biggest supporters of Rotax Racing on the West Coast. In addition to selling and servicing Rotax engines, Burrell, and Aero chassis, FTK also promotes and organizes the Challenge of the Americas, which is the premier Rotax series in Western North America.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting up top here with the unofficial winner, Sebastian Montoya. 2 years racing karts. You come out here to Miller Motorsports Park. Not only do you have one of the coolest suits in the paddock area, but now I get to announce that you are the national champion. What do you think about your race?
It was hard, but in the final corner, I was there and I went a little wide, but then he got to the inside. He went wide, and I just went inside of him, and then Diego tried to pass him too, and they finished up spinning.
Yeah, it was sad to see Diego LaRocque, and he had such a great race. Do you think your dad knows already? Because your dad's getting ready to race here pretty quick. You think he knows that his son's a national champion?
Yeah, he has a race monitor, and he doesn't want to miss this.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to say, on behalf of the entire Miller Motorsports Park, that we are so proud of you. You're the first national champion we have awarded for this weekend. Congratulations to you. Are you excited? How are you going to celebrate? Some Cold Stone Creamery ice cream?
Yes.
I read your bios. It looks like you like mac and cheese as well.
Yes, of course.
And, of course, are you a Mountain Dew fan, or are you just a Cold Stone Creamery man?
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone. Congratulations. Best of luck. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Cross your fingers for your dad. You're the man. Sebastian Montoya, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks.
That was cool.
That was cool. You're Cold Stone.
And he got it right. I mean, seasoned professional. It's in the jeans. In the jeans. All right, looking at, speaking of in the jeans, man, look at that field right there. That shot's the front row of the next class coming up, ladies and gentlemen. And I think this one's going to be a thriller. The thriller from Miller, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next as the Full Throttle Karting sponsored Rotax Max Masters is going to come to us for 20 laps of hot action at the Twilla, Utah facility here at Miller Motorsports Park. Scotty Falcone on the pole position. That driver out of Lone Tree, Colorado, is on a mission. This is a 2-year effort by this man to bring home the national championship. He's already going to the Rotax World Finals. He wants the national win. Who's second?
From Riverside, California, kart number 627. Tyler Brooks.
As Scott Falcone rolls into the starting lanes, that Mr. Brooks will be just to his left outside of the front row. In the third spot, Scott Roberts, man, he's given us some great racing. The driver out of Winter Park, Florida, Mr. Roberts wears the 628, will start third.
626, the driver from Ocala, Florida, Daniel Pinkston.
In the fifth spot, Diego Pelosi. We saw some real driving out of that guy in the pre-final. The 607 will start fifth.
Kart number 614, starting the sixth position from Anaheim, California, Mike Daniel.
And John Crow out of Anaheim, California, in the 631 will start seventh.
So I stand corrected, Mike Daniel from Newburgh, Oregon.
Yep.
Joey McGuire is the driver at Kart number 606, starting in the eighth position.
Ken Maxfield, the number 662, will start ninth. He's from Murray, Utah.
Keep an eye on Robert Mayer, driver of Kart number 629, starting in the 10th position. Those are your top 10 finishers based on results over the weekend. They're the leaders going into the Oakland, Florida Floridian. The driver is 629. The top 10 going into big race. 20 laps is huge. 20
laps for these 30-plus driver, 30-plus year-old drivers. Again, we'll talk about the three criteria that make up the category. The name of the category is the Max Masters class. The first is the engine, about 34 horsepower. The second is the age of the drivers. In this case, it's a split field, and it's a double group because you have drivers that are 30 years and older or drivers 15 and older who are 190 pounds minimum weight with their safety equipment. So those are the age categories. And then the minimum combined weight of the kart and the driver together, this is the heaviest class racing here this weekend at 405 pounds. They're on a D2 tire, so not the softest, but not the hardest either. And that makes up the category known as Max Masters. Again, sponsored by our friend Andy. I got the sock Seisman from Full Throttle Karting. And Andy is starting this race from the very back as he had a mechanical issue, I believe, in the pre-final, and he will start from the tail end of the field. Keep your eye on the number 651 of Andy Seisman from Full Throttle Karting, and we'll see what he can do with his 28th place starting position.
Scott Falcone, though, we have to keep an eye on him, but 20 laps is a lot. We've watched some hot laps by Ken Maxfield. He was starting in the 9th position.
Yep.
Maxfield put on some quick ones.
John Crow has shown us some real speed, but had a problem right at the end of the pre-final, so watch the 631 and 7th. We're in the starting lanes. The outside row is trying to get a run on Falcone. They are racing. The green flag is out. Falcone gets a perfect shot, and him and Scott Roberts will go into the first corner, first and second. Man, I think Tyler Brooks got hung out to dry through turn one.
As they're coming through 2 and 3, approaching 4. Now this is the carousel. 5. Single file. Falcone entering the box. This is a part I like when they come out of the box, is those left rear tires bouncing off the curbing, getting about 6-8 inches.
We're going to have a battle. Yep, challenge for second.
Already. Look at the thumb, going into the thumb. Already, Falcone.
3 wide coming out. Falcone for a moment there was going to third, and now it looks
look
like.
Who comes up
the
inside.
Look at this 3 wide into 13. Falcone to third, and the 3 wide
Falcone,
again.
shut her down. Hardware.
His nose. That is a disaster for Falcone's nose.
I don't know if it was Falcone's.
Mechanical DNF. It is. Falcone's nose is off. That is an automatic meatball, and he is out of this race.
662 is up front. Ken Maxfield.
No, it's not. Falcone's not.
It's not Maxfield.
It's not,
I think
it's
you're getting
not Falcone's car.
It's not.
But he's out of the car. He's taking his helmet off. Something must be broke on the car. So we're going to see a car getting a removal flag because he's missing the nose cone, and that may be John Crow, actually, that I'm looking at. We'll have to see as they make their way back through.
Ken Maxfield, who's starting in the 9th spot, I just finished mentioning his name because he had our in-car cam.
Man, too much action to call right there as these guys went
crazy. We got to let it decompress.
They went crazy on the first lap. Absolutely crazy on the first lap. Too bad.
We saw it coming, and once they came out of the kink, we saw it all bunch up going into the thumb.
Yep, see, another loser in that deal is the 631 of John Crow. He has pulled off of the track, so he is not the driver missing his nose cone. That driver will be shown the meatball flag, as we call it right now. We're seeing that at the flag stand now. So in the first lap, 2 of the favorites for the national championship are out of this race.
Okay, flags in hand. Keep an eye. Who is it? Right there. 607, I believe.
That's Diego Pelosi.
I'm just going out. Diego Pelosi, just giving a visual there.
I believe that's who it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is Pelosi. Yep, he came across the line in 4th.
So that changes it up again because it has Pelosi in 4th.
Ken Maxfield currently your leader. Scott Roberts 2nd. Larry how do you say it? Hashigawa. Larry Hashigawa in the 3rd spot.
Larry Hayashigawa, Kart number 641. Now Larry started in the 11th spot. All of a sudden finds himself sitting in the 3rd spot. Maxfield that started now in the 2nd spot. No, position change. 2nd to 1st. 2nd to 1st. We've got a position change.
Scott
Maxfield
Roberts
goes
going
back
by Ken Maxfield there. So Maxfield slotted. Look at Roberts, man. Opens up about a 3-car length gap immediately. Joey McGuire with the fast lap of the race so far, down in 9th place, but a 101.945. That just got bumped down, though. Scott Roberts takes over the point and immediately goes faster. But look at this. Mayer takes it right back. So Robert Mayer, the 629 in the 9th spot, puts back-to-back fast laps in as he tries to bid his way up through the field. Out front, the front two are fighting hard, but they are pulling away from the 3rd-place car of Larry Hashigawa. Hashigawa out of Downey, California in the 3rd spot. Tyler Brooks 4th out of Riverside, California. Daniel Pinkston out of Ocala, Florida.
Looking to run away up front.
Yeah, these guys are checking out. It'll be a miracle if anybody catches them. But it's a long race. They are currently working lap 4 of 20 laps scheduled. And in this heat, I think we're going to see the physical abilities of these drivers come into play.
Coming up through 16, 17, and 18. Degradation of the tires. Any tires are starting to starting to break down here. I'd imagine around laps number 15, 16, 17. Especially when you get to the final laps. Maxfield looks to the inside. Maxfield looks to the inside, takes the position. Now into 3, 4.
This guy's been fighting hard the whole weekend to be up front, and he's back up front again. But look at this, man. Here comes Roberts. He is not going to go quietly into that dark night as they make their way into the box.
Instant replay. Now here it comes. Maxfield's coming in. He's about a half car away. Notice how they're both going wide. Maxfield looks and sees the opportunity, brings it in, holds that line, hits his mark in the 2nd apex of the corner, coming in at 1, approaching 2 and 3. Good pass, solid pass for your new leader.
Scott Roberts trying his best to get back up and on the inside.
Maxfield had some hot laps in qualifying earlier this weekend, but as we got closer and closer towards the end, he started to fall back a little bit. It was Falcone with that dominating qualifying to put him in front of the pole here before he had that mishap.
Leader back across the stride. Maxfield, 101.555 versus Roberts.
See, they both go wide. Little blocking early on.
Look at this. Change for position in the 3rd spot as Hashigawa gets passed by Tyler Brooks. Tyler Brooks with a long slide job down into turn 1 goes by Hashigawa for the 3rd spot. Still watching online our battle for the lead between Ken Maxfield and Scott Roberts. Maxfield back to the point now. Roberts nailed to his bumper as they make their way out of the box now and into the kink, as they call it.
Front 2 carts through the thumb. That's where all that heavy action in the opening laps took place. Through 13, now 14. And that whole combination, the thumb, that's 12, 13, 14, 15. We saw in the race just prior to us, the whole leaderboard changed. We saw it in the opening laps of this race. That is a very difficult section.
Just notice Maxfield out of Murray, Utah.
Murray,
so
Utah.
Boy putting his local skills to work.
He is the man, Murray, Utah, which is about 50 blocks south of the capital.
50 blocks?
50 blocks, you know, that's all Salt Lake is known for its grid system. Blocks due east or west or south of the capital.
Because all things center around the capital.
Oh, well, in the big picture. So you might live on 13th south, 14th east. So 13 blocks south
now
of the capital,
I get it.
14
All things
blocks
relative
east.
to the capital.
Yeah, the meridian line is State Street.
Not the temple, the capital.
I'm going with the Capitol on State Street. It's
Same
actually
thing.
State Street. But
All right. our battle at the front is a good one. There are other battles on the racetrack, but I mean,
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, watch this. Here comes Scott Roberts.
Oh, look at the big draft right
big
there
draft.
coming off of Roberts.
Maxfield,
He
they
goes
both go wide.
outside.
Maxfield tries to block. You see that?
Maxfield needs to be careful there.
Yeah, they're both through the carousel.
That's
Look
a
at the
shame.
inside through the carousel.
Oh, side
he's got
by
it this
side
time. He's
into
got it
the
this time.
box. This could get ugly.
Scott Roberts has to give up that spot coming out of the box.
Ooh, man, that could have got really ugly.
He looks truly confident and comfortable in that cart.
I'm sorry.
Out of the thumb, Roberts takes it a little wide. Outside, outside in, looking for that inside line.
Thanks, Dave.
Climbing up.
Oh, Roberts almost throws
Takes
it away.
wide.
Does he recover?
He does recover. You don't want to tango with that soft twirl of dust that we've seen so many times over the last several days. Maxfield's got a big gap.
Yeah, let's see. The gap is 1.47 seconds. That's
Most
what.
importantly, let's look at the next lap time for Scott Roberts. Just make sure there's not a mechanical issue.
He almost
I saw
crashed.
that.
He jumped up on the curb and almost crashed. Is what
But
happened.
he looked back behind him as if he was waiting for maybe a bump or two to try to get back up to Maxfield.
Yep, simply a matter of getting the car up on top of the very substantial curbing here at the Miller Motorsports Kart facility, and he almost crashed the car. He was fortunate not to crash.
Now, you just got to hit your marks. You've just got to focus.
Thank you. I was just going to say, we've got a great battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's between Larry Hashigawa, Daniel Pinkston, and Joey McGuire. They're having a great battle here online. We're watching that. Last time we checked, that was Hashigawa in the 4th spot. And it is Hashigawa, according to Dave Cole from ekartingnews.com. Watching that battle continue to rage. These guys have been really after it, especially
Okay,
when
watch
they get
that
over near
gap.
the
Watch
box.
that gap.
The gap from 1.4 to 1.4.
Okay.
Surely that hasn't changed. It didn't. The gap did not change.
Position
How
change,
about
position
that?
change right there.
Oh, yeah,
There's
there
that
is.
race, a good race from 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Hashigawa losing the spot to Daniel Pinkston down there in turn
Pinkston
1.
is running currently
And look
in the
at
4th
him
spot.
pull away, man. He gets by the number 641 of Hashigawa and immediately opens up a big gap. Big gap. Look at that. Almost 10 car lengths now. And I'll make that 6.
Where's our leader? Where's our leader
Hashigawa now
coming into
with
the
pressure from Joey McGuire. Oh, and here goes McGuire down the inside into the thumb, and he takes the spot.
And gives
here
it back
comes
up.
Hashigawa right back by him, and now
And,
McGuire is going to
loses
pay the
2
penalty
more.
as he loses 2 more spots. Yep, coming out of there is tricky. If you don't get the run off the corner, you're going to lose a lot of positions. Even more racing going further back now into the field. Your leader with the gap now. .67 of a second.
He's closing in slowly. Slowly, Scott Roberts sitting in the number 2 spot with cart number 628 as they're coming into the box. So here's your leaders coming into the box right now. Roberts is right there behind him, about 6 or 7 carts. Maxfield's up front from Murray, Utah. About 25-minute drive from here.
Scott Roberts just set the fast lap of the race as he tries to reel Ken Maxfield
reel
back
him in.
and he has done it
Yeah,
already.
He's got a
You know
grappling
what?
hook on him.
That mistake has lit a fire under Scott Roberts, and he is on a tear back to the front of this field. Do a field summary here. Your leader, Ken Maxfield, Scott Roberts second. Tyler Brooks in the 3rd spot, Daniel Pinkston in 4th. Larry Hashigawa in the 5th spot, John Bonanno up to 6th, Robert Mayer 7th, Joey McGuire 8th, Kurt Fisher 9th, Andy Saisman, listen to this, Andy Saisman to 10th spot, ladies and gentlemen. So started 28th, has picked up 18 spots in just 11 laps. That is really good for FTK Andy Saisman, number 651, currently running in the 10th spot. Justin Peck 11th, Mike Daniel 12th, Bobby Green 13th, Daniel Gray 14th, Todd Ullman 15th, Dean Boyd 16th, Perry Needham 17th, Kelly Heil 18th, Stephen Clark 19th, and Bob Olson rounding out the top 10.
Ken Maxfield looking to take over the lead once again over Scott Roberts. Scott Roberts rather trying to take over the lead over Maxfield. Maxfield's still up front.
Yeah, that was a very aggressive move by Roberts.
Very aggressive. He had
by.
well over a second lead there.
He
Look at
wants
this. Look at this. Roberts trying to get that leader spot back.
Look at Maxfield, man. He's up on the wheel trying to grow those rear tires. Here comes Roberts, though. He's waiting. He'll stay there.
Coming into 3, 4 out of 4.
Ooh, Roberts almost throws it away again, man. He got up on the curb on the entry, and the car pushed out really bad.
Out of the carousel. Gave a little breather room to Maxfield.
Got a little greedy. Almost
in the box,
paid the
coming
price.
out of the box.
You see the gap there that opened up because of that error. So Roberts is wicked quick, but he keeps making errors right when he can't afford to.
Now they're coming into the thumb.
He's been good on the exit here. Let's see if he can close up, and he does.
Watch this outside in. Watch that outside in. Outside, looking in.
Maxfield closes the door. Yeah, Maxfield closed the door on that deal. Maxfield has a really good line through there to protect that outside-inside move. He keeps his speed through the center of the corner up, and it protects him coming in and going out. All alone in the third spot, Tyler Brooks continues to run, about 3 seconds behind Scott Roberts in second. Andy Saisman across the line, still in 10th. Roberts once again right on the back bumper of our leader. They are working lap number 14 of a scheduled 20 laps. Working 14 of a scheduled 20. I'd suggest in this heat, those guys up front are huffing and a puffing right about now.
Forearms are starting to burn a little bit. The Kung Fu grip starting to lose its use. Maxfield's still up front.
Man, Maxfield is good through 13 and 14. He really has got that figured out.
Well, he's got about 6 or 7 more times to get that executed just right.
Look at that. He's opening his gap up. 0.288 now, 0.350.
He does have that ability. Look at the outside. Look at Roberts trying to go to the outside.
Yeah.
But I just think Maxfield's got that ability to keep that momentum going to 13, 14, 15, and 16. So each time Roberts comes out of last chance, he's about 2 kart lengths behind Maxfield.
Maxfield is quick from 13 to the finish line, and that's very important at this racetrack.
But this is where Roberts pulls in here. Notice how close he is going in and out of the box, coming into the kink. Watch for an aggressive move coming into the thumb. Here it comes, inside, it is. Nails it. Can he get it to stick? Maxfield's back on the outside. Now Maxfield's trying the outside in. Maxfield back on the outside, bringing it back in. This is where he's familiar with that line. Regains the lead.
Roberts is getting very frustrated.
He's getting schooled is what he is. Here. He realizes he makes that aggressive move, but Maxfield has the ability to counterattack by taking it wide into 13 and then cutting across, dropping back in to get the line.
Okay, the gap last time 0.35, this time 0.14. Here we go. Roberts looking for a way by down into 1. I tell you, man, Maxfield has got this place figured out. Of course, he's a local guy, so he knows how this place works, and he is doing a stellar job of keeping.
Well, he's certainly not going to stop and make a snack. I mean, he's got some work to do.
Yeah, Roberts, in my opinion, is substantially quicker than Maxfield, but Maxfield knows this track and knows how to use it to his advantage. If Roberts can ever finish the pass and get it done, then we might see him pull away from Maxfield. But so far, every time he passes Maxfield, he makes a mistake, and Maxfield goes right back by.
So Roberts is going to wait, let it ride out, I think, this time.
Okay, here we go. He's
maybe
got a run
another lap.
Nope, Maxfield has that perfect line through 13 and 14. I don't think anybody's going to pass him there.
I think Roberts' game plan is either the traditional pass going into corner 1, or do you wait and see if he can do it a little more efficiently going through the thumb.
They are opening up lap number 17. Lap 17.
What's that margin from second to third?
To go. See, Roberts is following him, but I tell you, I think he's lulling Maxfield to sleep. Because every lap, Maxfield is able to go back out to the outside, and he is not seeing Roberts stick his nose in there. We see there, once again, Roberts makes a mistake, opens up loses 4 kart lengths right there. Over and over, that guy's making those mistakes.
Well, I just think, I don't know. I'm not a kart racer at this level, but maybe you start to daydream a little bit. You lose focus.
No, he's just trying too hard. He's overdriving the car because most of his problems are at the exit. He keeps overdriving the car and it pushes out on exit.
That was an unusual move. He was looking back there. All of a sudden, he's dropped way back. Huge
10
gap.
car lengths.
I can't say it's a mechanical issue because they're still moving along.
There is the possibility that his engine is overheating, but it's pretty rare that it happens. But yeah, and the tires. My producer pointing out a very good point. If the tires go off, it's like a switch. They work, and then they are gone. And that was in DD2 that I was talking about. We needed to remember about that guy using up his tires in the pre-final. But, I mean, something has happened. Roberts is well off the pace all of a sudden. I don't know if he's just cool. Hey, he could be cooling his tires down, waiting for a run on the last 2 laps.
That's a possibility, but you got Tyler Brooks sitting back there in the 3rd spot.
They'll see 2 to go this time by, so we'll find out if Roberts is just letting his tires cool down for a final run or not. His gap is close enough that he could pick it back up within 2 laps, so that may be what we just saw. He may have just decided to cool the tires off.
Take a breather through 13, 14.
Get ready for the final 2-lap run.
The final attack.
Again, if Maxfield doesn't feel pressure, he might relax, and that's when Roberts will attack. Or Roberts could just
2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 to go. Here we go. 2 to go. Now we're racing. Kart Racing Network fans, 2 to go. This is huge for Murray, Utah.
The gap was .674 as they crossed the stripe.
Is Ken Maxfield up front. He's been sitting up front for quite some time. Mayhem the first couple of laps there. Unfortunately for Scott Falcone, the driver of car number 699, out of the race. Still 4 or 5 kart lengths between first and second. Look at Brooks. He's coming into 3rd. He's still far away, but he's got that podium finish. I don't know if he's going to have enough momentum to squeeze in there.
Roberts now within about 2.5 kart lengths. He's getting close.
Watch that 13-14. Watch Maxfield, the consistent line through there. That's the line. Brooks taking it, watching that get schooled a little bit in there.
Now, once again, Maxfield pulls away through the S's. He's been super good through there. This is going to be close. I'm not sure Roberts is going to get there.
No, he's not good enough to overtake him into 1.
White flag.
Don't look back right now, Ken Maxfield, because here he comes. Look onto the outside. You got to do a slight blocking. Oh, it's still too far away.
Roberts' car all over the place. We may see that Roberts' tires have gone away because on that entry, the car really skated around a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, the driver kart number 662 for Murray, Utah, with only 9 corners remaining as he comes into the box. Out of the box, Roberts closing. Here comes that move. Now watch Roberts as he comes to the thumb.
But this is where Maxfield has been strong. Maxfield has been strong from this point forward there. Let's see if something can happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. It's too large of a gap there coming through 13-14. Look on the inside, not enough. Here comes where Maxfield. This is the consistent side of the course.
He's been super quick through here, and he opens the gap back up again. We're going to see Maxfield through last chance. It won't be the last chance for Scott Roberts. It's all over, ladies and gentlemen. Your national champion is from Murray, Utah. Ken Maxfield takes home the win. Scott Roberts coming home 2nd. Tyler Brooks in the 3rd spot. Daniel Pinkston coming home 4th. Larry Hashigawa in the 5th spot.
Congratulations to the man from Murray, Utah.
John Bonanno in the 6th spot. Kurt Fisher coming home 2nd. Joey McGuire 8th. Robert Mayer 9th. Andy Saisman started in the 28th spot. Drives it home to a top 10 finish once again. But congratulations. I got to give Ken Maxfield credit. He drove that race perfectly. Roberts was quicker. He literally frustrated Roberts through the whole point until the fact that Roberts just overdrove the car consistently. Maxfield takes the win. Oh. Now, I am certain we're going to be able to get him up here, I hope. Hopeful. And I think what do you say, Utonian? What are you guys?
Utonian.
Utonian?
Utah.
No, that's not right.
It's a Utah.
Utah? Yeah, the Utah should interview the Utah here as he brings home the national championship, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back to you here